analysis of doubly reinforced beam. In this session, you are going to learn the meaning of doubly reinforced beams and its necessity, analysis of doubly reinforced beam, steps for solving problems. We are going to solve some problems also, problems for practice, descriptive type questions, and at the end you will have very interesting multiple choice questions. Okay, here we go. What is doubly reinforced beam? Earlier you studied the singly reinforced beam. In singly reinforced beam, the steel reinforcements are provided only at the tension side. The steel reinforcements are provided only at the tension sides. Now what is doubly reinforced beam? Doubly reinforcement beam where the steel provided both at the tension side as well as in the compression side. Now see the image. This is the tension side. They also provided the steel quantity here and here, compression side. Okay. So doubly reinforced beam is defined as the beam in which the reinforcement is provided by the steel in both tension and compression zone of the beam. Now what is the necessity of doubly reinforced beam? Singly reinforced beam can offer only a limited moment of resistance. When size of the beam is restricted, size of the beam in the sense maybe depth, maybe breadth or both. When it is required to resist greater moment. Additional moment of the resistance is obtained by adding steel on both tension and compression side. Doubly reinforced section is required under the following circumstances. Number 1, where sectional dimensions are restricted due to the practical consideration or from the architectural consideration. Say for example, in case of the staircase below here, you may not get the sufficient headroom when you provide the full depth. So in this case, you have to reduce the depth and you have to provide doubly reinforced beam. Next is when external loads are alternating or reversing in nature. Say for example, in case of water tank, okay, when the water is full, you have pressure from the water as well as you have pressure from the soil. When there is no water, when the tank is empty, you have only soil pressure. That means the load is alternating, the load is changing. When the loads are eccentric, that is line of action of load does not pass through the center of gravity of the section. When there is accidental or sudden loads. In case of a continuous beam, in any continuous beam, at the center, at the span moment, it is a sagging, and where at the support you have hogging type of moment. There are two different type of moments. In order to take care of that moments, you have to provide doubly reinforced sections to reduce the deflection and torsional moment. Analysis of doubly reinforced beam. So here doubly reinforced section is equal to section 1 with tension reinforcement AST1 and section 2 with compression reinforcement, and due to this compression reinforcement additional AST2 here at the tension side. That means AST will become AST1 plus AST2. So section 1, the singly reinforced beam with the MU1, MU is the moment of resistance, okay, ultimate moment of resistance 1, and AST1, that is the area of steel reinforcement 1 here. And section 2, you have area of compression reinforcement and area of tension reinforcement AST2 with MU2, that is ultimate moment of resistance 2. That means we have MU1 plus MU2. So total ultimate moment of resistance is equal to MU1 plus MU2. MU is equal to MU1 plus MU2. So here we have a strain diagram and we have a stress diagram here. So mu is equal to mu1 plus mu2. mu1 due to the tension reinforcement provided in the tension zone. mu2 is equal to the moment which you got from the area of compression steel and the steel AST2 which is provided in the tension side. So what we understand primarily from the philosophy of reinforced cement concrete is that the concrete is very strong in compression and it is very weak in tension, and therefore we embed the steel reinforcement in tension side. For example, suppose this is the neutral axis. This is the neutral axis. Neutral axis is the axis which divide the section into tension zone and compression zone. Here in this tension zone we provide the steel reinforcement so that the entire system offers the compressive strength as well as tensile strength. But in case of doubly reinforced beam, what you do that you provide the steel reinforcement in the compression zone where we expect the pure concrete, the perfect concrete, okay, where we expect perfect concrete here. At that place you are providing steel reinforcement just by making holes. It does not go with the entire system. It is objectionable. And these holes triggering some stresses, what is known as FSC. Okay, what is known as FSC. In order to tackle this problem, you have to provide the additional reinforcement what is called as AST2. Then the system will become AST1 is equal to AST1 plus AST2. Okay, now we just revise some useful formulae. Okay, so mu, total ultimate moment of resistance, mu is equal to mu1 plus mu2. Now total moment of resistance, mu is equal to 0.36 FCK into B into XU D minus 0.42 XU close bracket. Here FCK is characteristic strength of the concrete, B is the width of the beam or the breadth of the beam, XU is the depth of neutral axis, D is the effective depth, plus the second component. We are always bothered about this component, right? FSC into ASC into D minus D dash. Okay, FSC, that is stress in compression steel, area of compression steel, effective depth minus effective cover for compression steel. And this formula we use for under reinforced sections. That is, you calculate XU max, you calculate XU, then you compare XU max and XU. If XU is less than XU max, the given section is under reinforced section, and therefore we use to calculate ultimate moment of resistance mu is equal to 0.36 FCK B into XU D minus 0.42 XU plus FSC ASC into D minus D dash. Very simple. Okay, please remember this equation. So this equation, it is there in the code book. Okay, but only thing you have to remember this small equation here, FSC into ASC D minus D dash. This equation you already learned during the singly reinforced beam design and your analysis, right? During design as well as analysis problems, we are used to this equation, whereas this is a new equation which you have to remember, FSC into ASC D minus D dash for under reinforced sections. Now for over imposed section, that is when xu is greater than xu max, the actual depth of neutral axis is greater than the critical depth of neutral axis. Xu is greater than xu max. So what is the story here? So if it is xu is greater than xu max, that is for over imposed section, so mu is equal to q fck bd square, q factor I will give you, don't worry, plus the second component remains same, fsc ac d minus d dash, fsc ac d minus d dash. In both the cases second component remains same. So now it is q fck bd square. This q value I will give you. For fy it is varies for different grades of student. For fy is equal to 250 Newton per mm square, mu limit 0.148 fck bd square. This is the mu limit formula. So q here 0.148. For fy is equal to 415, q value is 0.138. For fy is equal to 500, q value is 0.133. Please remember this. You have to remember this. 0.148, 0.138, 0.133, 148, 138, 0.133. Please remember this. Okay. So mu is equal to q into fck bd square plus second component fsc ac d minus d dash. Now for fy is equal to 250 Newton per mm square, that is mild steel. Okay, fy is equal to 250 Newton per mm square means the type of steel is mild steel. The type of steel is mild steel. So for that fsc is equal to 0.87 times fy. For mild steel, fy is equal to 250 Newton per mm square. fsc value is 0.87 fy. You don't need to interpolate any value over here. You can directly substitute the value and get fsc in Newton per mm square. That is stress in compression steel. fsc 0.87 into 250, that comes to 217.5 Newton per mm square, that is stress. So for fy is equal to 250 Newton per mm square, that is for mild steel. fsc value is equal to 0.87 fy, that comes to 0.87 into 250, that's equal to 217.5 Newton per mm square. Please note this. Now for fy is equal to 415 and 500, for fy is equal to 415 and 500, fsc value is obtained by interpolation. You have to obtain this value by interpolation. Don't worry by this interpolation. I am going to demonstrate you. Don't worry. How to do the interpolation? Don't worry. It is not a big thing. It's very easy. Easy it is. Okay. For that you need to calculate d by d dash using table F of SP16. Refer SP16. Refer table F. You will get various d by d values. So you have to calculate d by d value. You have to calculate that fraction, and then you have to do the interpolation. Now how to do the interpolation? I'm going to demonstrate you. Is it clear? Okay. Now to calculate FSC. Now please note over here. Say Fy is equal to 415 Newton per mm square. Say effective depth D is equal to 550 mm. Say effective cover for compression steel is 40 mm. It's an example, okay? Just example. Now we calculate D dash by D, that is 40 divided by 550, that is equal to 0.075. Calculate, take a calculator and calculate. Calculate, see this is answer is correct or wrong. 40 divided by 550, that's equal to 0.075. You are getting? Okay. Now
This is table F. Stress in compression, reinforcement FSC, Newton per mm square in doubly reinforced beam with cold worked bars. Now they have given this d dash by d. They have given the four values 0.05, 0.1, 0.15 and 0.2 d dash by d. These are the values d dash by d. It is readily given in code book and corresponding to this d dash by d, they have given for Fy is equal to 415, Fy is equal to 500. They have given the Fy values. They are given for 0.05, for 415, 355 Newton per mm square. FSC value is equal to, if it is d dash by d is 0.1, then 353. If d dash by d 0.15, 342. If d dash by d 0.2, the value is 329. And these are the values for 500 Newton per mm square. Fy is equal to 500 Newton per mm square. These are the values of FSC corresponding to d dash by d value. But our d dash by d value is 0.075, not 0.505. No, it is not 0.1. It is not 0.15. It is not 0.2 also. So it is 0.075. Now you search this value in between two values of these four values. So 0.075 is in between 0.05 and 0.1. You are getting me? This 0.075 is in between 0.05 and 0.10. That means the FSC value is in between 355 and 353. Okay, next. Now you create the table. Okay, you write d dash by d and you write FSC. Now d dash by d, as I told you, 0. It is this value for our value d dash by d is 0.075, is in between 0.05 and 0.1. You note down this 0.05 and corresponding to that FSC value 355. 0.05 and 355, 0.05, 355. D dash by d is 0.05, FSC value is 355. Now second, 0.1, 353, 0.1, 353. Our value is in between 0.05 and a question mark. How much? How much is the question mark? Finished. Over. Now no more job with this table. Come over here. Come to our table. Now you create two more simply rows. Okay, two more simply rows. You call them A, B and C. A, B, C. And you remember the C minus A, B minus A. C minus A, B minus A. Please remember C minus A, B minus A. You can't write anything other than this. C minus A, B minus A. C minus A, B minus A. C means these are values C. These are values B. These are the values of A. Okay. So C minus A, 0.05 minus C 0.10 minus 0.05. So that is equal to 0.10 minus 0.05 is 0.05. Here 353 minus 355 is minus 2. Don't do 355 minus 353. I said C minus A. So 353 minus 355 and write with this symbol sign minus 2. Write with sign. Similarly B minus A. B is here 0.075. A is here 0.075 minus 0.05 is equal to 0.025. This you cannot deduct because the question mark is here. So here. Okay. This much it is clear. Is it clear how to do this? It is very simple. You write d dash by d, you write FSC value. Okay. And same method you can use even interpolation in future also. In future, while calculating shear reinforcement, you require similar type of things. There you have to calculate tau c from the table. You have to do the interpolation. Please get familiar with this. Okay. Now see d dash by d FSC corresponding to our two values 0.05, 0.10. You copied these two values from the table. Then this is our value what is required, and you just done, you call them A, B, C, then C minus A, B minus A. Write down here first C minus A, later on B minus A. C, B, A. Okay, write it here. Okay, done. Next. Now this is the table here. This is our calculation. Now you want FSC value, right? You want FSC value. Here you do that mechanically. You don't think. There is no scope for thinking over here. I don't expect you to think over here. Do it mechanically. Just mechanically. Just write these values. Get it here. That's all. Don't think. Now this 355, write it here. See, this is in this table. Okay, in this table, this is the upper right corner. This is the upper right corner. Please write that value here. 355. That's all. Just copy this 355 and make it plus. That's all. Whatever value comes over here, you write it here. 355 plus upper right corner. The upper right corner, you note it here. 355 plus and make it plus. That's all. Then here you cross multiply 0.025 into minus 2. Do the cross multiplication. 0.025 into minus 2 divided by 0.05. Minus 2 into 0.025 divided by 0.5. Whatever you get the fraction here with minus symbol, you deduct from this, you will get the answer.
Let us solve some examples. You will understand better. A doubly reinforced beam section is 250 mm wide, that is breadth is equal to 250 mm, and 450 mm deep to the center of the tensile reinforcement, that is 450 mm to the center of the tensile reinforcement. They have given small d directly 450 mm. Okay, many times students make mistake. They take this as a overall depth. This is 450 mm to the center of the tensile reinforcement directly they have given. Then 2 bars of 16 mm dia as compression steel and 4 bars of 25 mm dia tensile steel. This is ASC, this is AST. FCK is equal to 20 Newton per mm square, Fy is equal to 250 Newton per mm square, D dash is equal to 50 mm. So please note down them. So they are given 4 bars of 25 mm dia as a AST. Now you calculate. Please open your calculate. Type it 4 into pi r into 25 square bar 4. Please get the answer. Don't copy my answer. Now look at here. 450 mm center of the reinforcement. This is from the center of the reinforcement to the extreme fiber of a compression fiber, that is 450 mm. They are given small d directly. You don't need to calculate effective depth. Now again ASC 2 bars of 16 mm dia given. 2 bars of 16 mm dia is given here. 2 bars of 16 mm dia is a compression steel. 2 bars of 16 mm square bar 4. Pi d square by 4. 402.12 mm square. So get the both answers. Don't copy this answer. Calculate. Now step 2. Calculate stress in compression FSC in Newton per mm square. FSC is in Newton per mm square. For Fy is equal to 250 Newton per mm square, FSC is equal to 0.87 Fy. You can directly write this. No interpolation, nothing is required here. 0.87 into 250 is equal to 217.5 Newton per mm square. For mild steel, please remember this value. 0.87 into 250, 217.5 Newton per mm square for mild steel. FSC is equal to 217.5 Newton per mm square, 0.87 Fy. You got it? Okay, fine. Next, XU max value. XU max value for Fy is equal to 250 Newton per mm square. Open page number 70. IS 456 2000. IS 415 IS 456 2000. IS 456 2000. Page number 70. You get these values. For 250 it is 0.53 D. D is effective depth. Substitute here. 0.53 into 450 is equal to 238.5. So you got XU max. Calculate and write. Don't copy my answer. Now find the depth of actual neutral axis. Look at this actual neutral axis equation. 0.87 Fy AST divided by 0.36 FCKB. This equation, this formula is same as what you have done in during the singly reinforcement beam. Okay, only this is the new one. Minus FSC into AC is the new term. So write it 0.87 Fy AST minus FSC into AC divided by 0.36 FCK into B. Please remember this FSC into AC. This term you can copy it from code book also. Slightly in different mode because XU by D you will get it. Page number 96. Page number 96 you will get this term 0.87 Fy AST divided by 0.36 FCK B into D divided by D D get cancel, you get XU is equal to directly. Only this is the new term, nothing is new one here, only except this small term FSC into AC. Just write minus FSC into AC. Now substitute 0.87 into 250 into 1963.5 AST minus 217.5 into ASC 402.12 divided by 0.36 into FCK is equal to 20 into B is equal to 250. Now get this answer 188.66. My answer may be wrong. Please write your own answers. XU is equal to 188.66 mm. Okay, you got this answer. Now you have two answers here. One is XU max, another is XU. Now you compare these two values 238.50 and 188.66. So 188.66 is less than 238 mm. What is 188.36 is XU. What is 238.50 XU max? You write it properly in this format only. Adopt same format. First XU value, later on XU max. Now XU is less than XU max. Therefore the given section is under imposed section. XU is less than XU max. Therefore the given section is under imposed section. XU is less than XU max. Therefore the given section is under imposed section. Write down this statement. Okay, fine. Next, to find the ultimate moment of resistance MU. MU is equal to 0.36 FCK B into XU D minus 0.42 XU. It is the same equation you have used during your calculations of singly reinforced beam. Only this term is new. FSC into ASC into D minus D dash. D is effective depth, D dash is the effective cover. FSC is the stress set compression steel level, ASC is the compression steel level. Now you substitute all the values. So very simple. This problem is too simple. 0.36, FCK 20, B is 250, XU is 188.66, D is 450, 0.42, XU is 188.66. You calculate this first. Plus 217.5 into 402.12 into, don't do this calculation, 450 minus 50 is 400. This you don't need to use calculator for this, directly multiply by 400. Use calculator. I will also use calculator here. Let me check the answer. 0.36 into 20 into 250 into 188.66 into open bracket 450 minus 0.42 into 188.66 close bracket. Now you are done from 0.36 to 188.66 close bracket. You can press equal to here. Press equal to. Now plus 217.5 into 402.12 into 450 minus 50 is 400 into 400 is equal to. Now you get answer on calculator. Let's see. You got very big answer over here. 16089.1.03. Not 0, sorry, comma it is 160891037.7. This answer you got it. Now what you do? Just press. There is a inch button is here. Look at this inch button here. Press that inch button. Press that inch button. You will get 160.89103777 into 10 to the power of 6. You write 160.89 into 10 to the power of 6. You know that 1 into 10 to the power of 6 Newton mm is equal to 1 kilonewton meter. 1 10 to the power of 6 Newton mm is equal to 1 kilonewton meter. Therefore, 10 to the power of 6 is gone. Got a new unit here, kilonewton meter. It's not a new unit. It is same in term Newton in term of kilonewton, mm in term of meter. Because 1000 kilonewton is equal to 1000 Newton is equal to 1 kilonewton. 1000 mm is equal to 1 meter. So 1000 into 1000, that is 10 to the power of 6. So you got 160.89. Don't copy my answer. Please calculate yourself. Now step number 6, to calculate the superimposed load W in kilonewton meter. Okay, a simply supported beam carrying UDL W, the maximum bending moment at center. This you studied in strength of material last year. Maximum bending moment is equal to WL square by 8. Okay, so you substitute now WU into L is span is given, L 6 square by 8. So you got BM is equal to bending moment is equal to 4.5 WU. This is the external bending moment. Okay, external moment 4.5 into WU. Now equating this ultimate moment of resistance MU and factored bending moment BM. MU is equal to WU L square by 8. That is 160.89 is equal to 4.5 into W. So W is equal to 160.89 divided by 4.5. You calculate this 160.89 divided by 4.5. I got 35.75. I don't know what about you. Please calculate yourself. 35.75 kilonewton meter. I got it. That is kilonewton per meter. What about you? 160.89 divided by 4.5. Okay. Now calculate safe working load W including self weight. So W is equal to WU divided by gamma M. Gamma M is equal to 1.5 partial safety factor. 1.5 divided by WU by 1.5. You got W is equal to 23.83 kilonewton per meter. Please check your answer. Use your calculator and find out the answer. Don't copy my answer. W is equal to 23.83 kilonewton per meter. Next, self weight of the beam is equal to B into D into 25. B into D into 25. What is 25? Unit weight of reinforced cement concrete. 25 is the unit weight of reinforced cement concrete. 25 kilonewton per meter cube. So B into D into 25. Always to get this self weight of the beam or slab or whatever it is, the unit weight remains same. 25 remains same. 25 is the unit weight of concrete. 25 kilonewton per meter cube. B is given 0.25. 0.25 in terms of meter. They have given mm, 250 mm is equal to 0.25 meter. D is given, see look at here. They have given the 450 your effective depth. 25 mm is cover and 25 by 2, 25 mm is diameter of the bar. Half of the diameter is equal to 487.5 mm. Okay, look at here. Now this is a beam. from here to here, it is effective depth. From this diameter, half of the diameter is 5 by 2, 25 by 2, and the clear cover for the beam as per IS 450 is 2000 is 25 mm for the beam. It is 25 mm. So 450 plus 25 plus 25 by 2. So 450 is the effective depth, 25 is clear cover, and this is 5 by 2, 5 the diameter of the bar, 25 bar 2. So the maximum diameter of the bar, 25 divided by 2. So altogether it comes to 487.5 mm divided by 1000, you got 0.4875. This value divided by 1000, because 1000 mm is equal to 1 meter, and multiply by unit weight of concrete, that is 25. So you got 3.05 kilonewton per meter. Now therefore superimposed load of the beam which can carry W minus self weight of the beam, 23.83 minus 3.05, you got 20.78 kilonewton per meter. The beam can carry 20.78 kilonewton per meter. This is the final answer.